I'm probably in the chilliest room.
55 degrees, yeah.
It's 55 degrees in it.
Temperature controlled, so...
wait, before we go on, Doug, who are you?
I'm Doug. I'm the wine and beer manager here
at
Wegmans. Been with Wegmans for 12 years, originally from New York. Spent some time in Virginia. Yeah, this room is temperature and humidity controlled to make sure the wines are preserved properly. We have wines from California, France, Italy, Spain, all over the world in here, ranging from around $60 up to $1,800 for this.
Can you show me which one's the $1,800 one?
Big guy right here.
All right, folks.
From California.
If you win the North Carolina lottery, that's the first thing you need right there. The $1,800 bottle of wine, and Doug will be very happy to sell it to you.
I'll put it right in your car for you.
So, you've been doing this for 12 years. How'd you get involved with it? And why did you decide, hey man, I'm Doug and I need to be a wine expert?
Sure. So up in Rochester, where I'm from, we can't sell wine in our stores. So once I graduated, I decided to take the move down to Virginia and learn.
Okay.
So Wegmans provides a lot of great training, so I've learned everything here through some awesome people I've worked with in our training program. So, and I think wine and beer is the most fun department in the store, personally. Might be a little biased, but...
You look like a party guy. No, I'm just kidding.
We do a lot of tasting, but...
well, out of this big selection here,
sure.
I'm sure there's some standards that you have in all of your stores that you can serve wine and beer in. Well, wine, because you can't do it in New York because it has to go through a liquor store. How many of these did you personally select, or how do you decide which wines are going to be in this room?
So when the store opens, these are selected by our merchants up in Rochester. They work directly with these producers. They often travel to these wineries to pick these wines out, and we can get them in here. And then once the store's open, I have some control to bring in stuff special for customers.
Great. Yeah. Let me ask you this question. Out of all these wine selections in this room specifically, is there one that you consider to be like a hidden jewel, or that's kind of your favorite that maybe people should know about but don't?
Sure, yeah. This one right over here. This 100-acre Wraith Vineyard is one of the hardest bottles to find out of California. It's very highly allocated.
Okay.
We don't have this in any other store in the company.
When you say highly allocated, what's that mean to a regular person who doesn't understand?
So they only make a certain amount, and most of it is already accounted for after production. So most of it doesn't see retail stores. You have to be on kind of the exclusive wine list from the winery.
All right.
So we were able to get some of these.
Fantastic. Now, is that unique because it's hard to get, or is that like your favorite hidden treasure?
My favorite.
Because that's probably what people will come in here and ask you. Sure. Is they'll ask you advice about the wines, because a lot of people aren't exactly wine connoisseurs, but you're an in-house expert that someone comes into Wegmans, tells you, I've got, what's a lot of the question, before you tell us what your favorite hidden pleasure is, what are some of the big questions you get from customers?
A lot of customers want to know what's going to go well with the dinner they're making tonight. So, and that's where we can really set ourselves apart from other retailers. So we have the amazing food departments in our store, and then the wines to pair with it. So
you could actually go two ways. You can go, hey, you came from the food section and you want to pair a wine with it, but you can also say, hey, I've got this wine. Why don't you go over to the food section and pair it up with something? All right, now show us your secret pleasure.
Now my favorite, I'm a big fan of Italian wines, all over Italy. This is one of the best you're going to find, and price-wise, compared to some of these, it's not outrageous. This Petrollo Galatrona is 100% Merlot from a very, very small vineyard in Italy, and it's one of the most highly rated wines you're going to find every year. Yeah, it's outstanding.
Now, compared to some of the grocery store competition out there, is anybody else doing what you're doing here?
You're not going to see this really in any other grocery store.
So for a wine lover, or even somebody who's interested in becoming a wine lover, you're a great resource to have right here in the Triangle.
Exactly. This is a place to come if you're new to wine, or if you're experienced in wine. We have selections from $6 up to $1,800. We'll find something for everybody.
Great. So look, you guys have Doug here to help out. This is a fantastic. I don't think you're gonna find, like you said, you're not gonna find this anywhere else unless you go in a specific specialty store.
Sure.
So, and this is just in Wegmans right here. Did you know this was the 100th store in the chain?
I do.
See,
yes, I've heard. Yeah.
Doug's heard that too.